This is the video lesson for 2.05, The Victory. This is the unit where you need to turn in your completed graphic organizer for the final part of your book. In this module, it doesn't actually go through and show you that you need to be done, but it does request that you submit your completed graphic organizer. So I am telling you that you need to be done. This is your instructions to be done. The objectives for this unit, or module are increase understanding of the prompt, identify topics, gather information, and I'm going to add complete your novel. You need to read through this little quick information here. It says, view the following conversation. As you do, think about the perspectives the two students represent. How can one film get two such different responses? So they're talking about a movie, and you just need to click the next button so that you can read their whole conversation. It's just 2 slides, so watch the whole thing and then go to page 2. This is page 2. It says good fiction. Good fiction usually asks us to think after we read the end. Each story you read, watch, or play takes you on a journey as you learn important messages from the author. So read through this, and it says at the bottom here, you should finish your novel before you reach the end of this lesson. And that is accurate. You're going to be all the way done with it before you're done here. Once you read through this whole page, then you'll go to page 3. Page 3 says identify and analyze. You're going to first review the prompt, and we have kind of looked at this already. It says this is the question you must answer in an essay form in later lessons. It says based on your research, identify and analyze a human rights issue in your novel and show how it relates to issues and affects people within the United States and one other country. That is very important. It's not just how it goes here in the United States. Identify means to find, pull out, make a list of examples, and analyze means to break down the details of, understanding the deeper meaning from, and make inferences about. This means that you must search through your novel for examples of text that refer to or imply a human rights issue. Then you must analyze those examples to determine what the author was trying to say. So you are going to actually quote from or give examples from the book that you read. So hopefully you took good notes, and hopefully those graphic organizers you did are going to help point you back to the places that you need to quote from. Once you've finished reading this page, which I pretty much just read the whole thing to you, you can go to page 4. Before you analyze, you must identify. Identifying details in your novel should be fairly easy to do as long as you have kept track of your reading notes in your graphic organizer. So refer to those notes as a guide to guide you as you take part in this task. Look at your graphic organizers and answer the following questions using information you have already gathered. So you're going to think about these questions here. What is a human rights issue in my novel? Where does this issue first come up in my novel? Where in my novel does this issue become most important? And how is this issue resolved in my novel? I have read these books. The one I am the most recently familiar with, though, is Their Eyes Are Watching God, and there are so many human rights issues in there. You do not need to do all of them. You can just pick one. Same thing with all of these books. When there is more than one issue, which there are, just pick one, and you can go with just that one. Okay, page 5 here has some reading that you need to do. Not a whole bunch, but it's talking about memorization versus experience. So make sure you read through this so that you understand the difference, and then go to page 6. Okay, this page is similar to the previous one, but this one is dealing with the analyze part instead of the identify part. So, in my novel, who suffers due to human rights issues? What does the wording in my quotation imply? When this issue becomes most important, what happens, and how is this issue resolved in my novel? So think about that in regards to the book that you have read. You only need to do the one novel. And then you're going to submit your completed graphic organizer because now you're done reading the novel, and so you will answer all the questions at the bottom. And for this module, that's the only thing due. There's nothing else. So you're going to submit the completed graphic organizer, and you are now done with your book. Congratulations. That was a lot of work, and you did it. Let me know if you have any questions.